Hello coders. Today we are unboxing one of the Java's hidden gems, the optional class. You know what they say, better safe than sorry? Well, optional is a safety net. So chalo shuru karte hain. The problem. It's very important to talk about the problem before jumping to the solution. So the problem was null pointer exception, the $1 billion mistake. Even the best of the best have fallen to this null pointer exception. We are all have been there once in our lives, right? You're happily coding, suddenly boom, null pointer exception. It's like stepping into that Lego barefoot, painful, unexpected, making you question all your life decisions. Correct? Well, Java has a solution for everything, friends. It's called optional this time. This was introduced in Java 8. It's kind of a container for values or empty for that matter. It makes missing values explicit. Think of it like it's like a gift box. Sometimes there are surprise toys inside, but then some of your friends even decide to show it just an empty box wrapped. Well, optional is like politely asking boss, shall I check inside before you open it? More like याद है वो दोस्त जो बोलता है पार्टी में आएगा शायद नहीं आएगा. Well, that's your null. And optional is simply calling him, checking if he's coming before booking him a seat. Moving on to creating optionals, there are three ways: optional.off, optional.off nullable, optional.empty. But when to use which is a bit tricky, not so much though. When you're 100% sure it's not null, use optional.off. It's like ordering pani puri from your trusted stall, guaranteed delivery. Optional.nullable, when value might be null, like inviting your mutual friend, शायद आएगा, शायद नहीं आएगा. Optional.empty, when you know nothing's there, like opening the fridge in the middle of the night and only finding chutney bottles. The next slide is actually about using how to use the optional that you have created in the previous slide. There are some utility methods which you can use, which you see on the screen: is present, is empty, if present, and so on and so forth. They are all basically replacement for values not equals to null. They're just more elegant. However, it's important to note here that if you really are using is present, is empty, if present, it's not the wrong, it's just not trendy anymore. Rather use the functional style using the bottom four methods: or else get, map, flat map. Best practices. This is very important. Use optional in method returns only. It signals clearly value है तो मिलेगा वरना empty. Don't overuse it. No optional fields, no optional parameters. That's like carrying an umbrella inside a waterproof raincoat. Double protection, zero sense. The final one is don't put null inside optional. I mean, it's like wrapping a cockroach in a gift box. So these are all, these are not all, but some of the best practices you should keep in mind when using your optional. We'll quickly see an example, and this is one of my favorite slides, by the way. So one of my colleague actually wrote a code with get name returning a null, and me being smart didn't check if they were returning null. And when I called the method, uh-oh. So what I did, I basically put a null check like everybody else. If it is not null, print it, or else print the default null, and then the error was away. My code went into review, and after the review, this is what it ended up being. Cleaner, yeah? Well, I just extracted the name in an optional of nullable. I wasn't aware मेरा दोस्त आएगा नहीं आएगा, so I wrapped it into nullable, extracted it using dot orals, the functional style, and that's when I printed. Definitely cleaner, definitely trendy. You should definitely try. We are now going to switch to IntelliJ to show you all of this in live action quickly, and then you can be on your way to try it by. Well, okay, this time what I've done is I have created a basic piece of code already because it requires a lot of typing. So to save the trouble of me typing and mistyping in video, I've basically created everything in advance, and we're just going to uncomment some certain piece of code to highlight them. Okay. As you can see, intelligent me basically created two methods which has a return type string, but they are both returning null. For whatever reason, they are returning null. I have created three strings here. The first one is middle name, second one is first name, and the last one is last name. Well, what I'm doing now is the use of optional. I'm going to first create an optional of type string using optional.off middle name. One important thing to note here is I have used optional.off. Why? Because I created the string and I'm 100% sure this is my Pani Puri wala and it's definitely guaranteeing a delivery. The second one is again optional of string type for first name, but since I'm extracting it from another method, I'm not sure ये आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. That's why I've simply called it optional of nullable. The third one is me being stupid. I mean, I know कि वो आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, but I still am booking a seat for him. Now I want to demonstrate different utility methods. For example, get is present and a functional type or else. So I have put in three operations here. The middle name, I'm simply doing a get, which is completely fine to do without if present if you have used optional of. If you're using optional of nullable, you have to first check if present and then only do a get. To avoid that, you can definitely use what we have done in line number 18, but then it's up to you. I'm going to run this code and I'm going to see what the log says. Uh-oh, it definitely had to happen. What happened? Ah, nightmare, null pointer. Can you tell me why? Because I was being over smart, saving seed for somebody I should not be saving it for. Rerun. You can see the middle name basically prints the actual value, which is clean for us. First name present is basically saying is present. Since the first name was returning null, it says false. And the last one, last name. Last name was also null. But since I use an or else, it basically printed a substitute. So that's how you can play around with optional and learn as you code. This is very important. Trust me, it makes you look like a pro. So do try it in your next project or in your current project. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.